Doing? So life stinks, right? So I just wanted to share with you some musings, some reflections I've had this week. It was a rougher week than I thought it was going to be due to an event that happened that caused me to reflect and to ponder my experience on a trying time in my life, and to realize that there is privacy in life, and that we can choose to share things or not. But in so doing, with privacy comes the lack of knowledge, and that can also influence people. And if my story can influence people to make a choice that they otherwise wouldn't have, that can maybe save their lives, I'm willing to sacrifice that privacy to save. To this week has been a little rough. It was a normal life week where there was some drama at work and some drama in my future and some drama at home and drama, right? We all have that. We all have hard times. We all have trying times. What added another layer is that a childhood friend of mine passed away, my age, from bone cancer. And that struck me really hard, not just because this individual was amazing, and has a 3-year-old and a 5-month-old that he left behind, but it struck me of how it came about. And bone cancer is what he lost his battle to. And I want to show you something. Those of you who don't know, this is my mark of bone cancer. I've had bone cancer recurring, and I had it when I was 12. I had broken my arm when I was 6 years old. My clavicle, and it didn't grow right. It mutated. Oftentimes cancers start off with a mutation, a growth, an infection, etc. And it didn't grow back right. And so when I was 12, I was horseback riding, and I got injured, and my parents took me to the ER, like good parents. Good job, guys. And the doctor said that there's a shadow over my clavicle and that I needed to get it checked right away. And they did. And when they went into the biopsy, my bone was thinner than an eggshell, and that if I had put any pressure on it whatsoever, it would have just crumbled and cracked. Went into emergency surgery. They restored it, fixed it. It's lopsided and crooked, something I've kind of been self-conscious of when I was a teenager, because let's be honest, you just are self-conscious of everything that's different about you. And then it came back again when I was 16. This time they removed my hip marrow and replaced it into my clavicle. And since then I've been in remission. The reason I don't share this story often is twofold. One, it's not very dramatic. I know that sounds bad because you're like, you just said you had cancer. But I remember being 12 and looking at kids who were in the cancer ward with me. I remember being 16 and seeing kids who were there with me with no hair, that are going through such trying times. And I kept my hair, and so for me, it feels like I kind of cheated the cancer experience. I know that makes no sense. I'm just being honest. And so I don't bring it up very often. We caught it early, and they took it out. And I'm here. And then it struck me as I went to the funeral of this amazing man who didn't catch it early enough, that maybe if I shared my story, how undramatic and lack of chemo and everything that the movies portray cancer to be, if I were to share my story and let people know that if something feels wrong, get it checked, go to the doctor, if that can change someone, to go and get it done sooner, because cancer is not a fun thing to have. And if you can catch it early enough, that is huge. And I understand the fear. I understand the worry. I understand being scared of facing this thing, the C word, right? No one likes saying it. It's not a fun word to say or to have. And everyone knows somebody who's either had it or died of it. And it's not fun to be like, something's wrong with my body, I need to listen. No, doctors aren't fun. I'm going to be honest. I don't like going to the doctor. I don't. Sorry if I offend all my doctor friends. I love you. I know it's scary. I know the unknown is not cool. I know that when you Google something, it's worse than you probably already have. And I know it's frustrating that when you do know something is wrong and you go in and you try to take test after test and everything comes up negative, and that's frustrating. I get that. But the alternative, I don't care who you know or what you know. Miracles are based on faith as well as the knowledge that God has given us. And if, in my opinion, if you believe in God or not, if He's prompting you and those around you that something is wrong or something is not right, listen. Go and get it checked. I know it's scary, but the alternative is worse. I was so lucky because the second they saw a shadow on my clavicle, we waited a few months. We were lucky. But if I had waited any longer, I wouldn't have one. And they caught it so early that it didn't spread. It couldn't spread. And they were able to remove it. I guess my biggest thing is I believe in the partnership of modern medicine and holistic practices. You know that I love to eat clean. I love meditation. I love reflexology. I love acupuncture. I love all of the Eastern medicine as well as the Western. And I believe that coupling them together gives you the most ultimate outcome. I don't like taking pills if I can help it, but I take it if I need it. I don't like going to the doctor if I don't have to, but I go when I feel like something's wrong, and I can't fix it. I guess this is just a message of love and pleading. This week was a reminder that life is precious and fragile. And the ones that hurt the worst are the ones that you tend to leave behind. And so if we can all be as healthy and strong as we can possibly be, whether that's beating our demons of our food struggles, or pushing play to get our bones and muscles stronger, or to release that tension and stress so we can live longer, that is worth the price. That is why I'm such an advocate of health. Because I lost mine. And it was hard to get it back. And I don't think anyone, because you don't know who or who cancer will hit, it doesn't discriminate. And you've got to be strong enough for it. And that means physically and emotionally and mentally. And you can do that daily with exercise, with eating right, and with taking the time to love those around you. So I know that this goes off into a lot of tangents, and I apologize, but I just wanted to share with you why I've been kind of absent this week, as I've been so reflective. And I feel strongly that I'm going to be more of an advocate now towards complete health, not just one venue. There isn't a silver bullet for anyone's health. Not a one pill, one drink, one shake, nothing. It's a collective effort to heal yourself and to make you better. So if you have any comments, if you want to ask questions, you totally can. I'm happy to answer them. But just know that everyone's on a journey. And don't be scared to face those roadblocks head on, no matter how big or small they are. It's worth it. Thank you so much. And hopefully I will see you soon. This is Jen Romero. Bye-bye.